What's for dinner? Hey everyone, I'm Chef Z and welcome back to Chef Z Cooks. Today I'll be showing you how to make chuleta guisada, which are simply some stewed pork chops, which are absolutely amazing and to die for. Now there's a bunch of different ways to making this recipe, and of course today I'll be showing you my version of it, which is going to include a bunch of fresh ingredients and it's going to taste amazing with some rice and beans. Or if you're like me and you're trying to slim down in time for summer, it's also going to taste amazing with some steamed vegetables on the side. Let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So to make this dish, I'm using some bone-in pork chops, but you can use whatever cut that you want, and you can even use boneless pork chops. You just want to make sure to pair it with some fresh ingredients. So to start off, we're going to mash our garlic with a little bit of salt, and I like to mash my garlic in un pilon because I just feel like it maximizes that garlic flavor. But if you don't feel like doing all of this work, keep in mind that you can mince the garlic as well, and it's still going to be just as tasty. We're going to season our pork chops with some onions, peppers, a little bit of sopita or adobo, some sazón and Dominican oregano, and of course we're also going to add all of that fresh garlic that we just finished mashing, and we're also going to add some fresh limes. Now I always use fresh limes because I'm obsessed with the flavor and I just feel like it tastes better than the stuff that's concentrated. Just a quick tip. And we're also going to add some fresh black pepper. Now I also like to use fresh black pepper, but you can use regular black pepper and it honestly won't make that big of a difference. And at the end, we're also going to add a little bit of olive oil just to make this marinade come together. And then we're going to mix everything because we want to make sure that those pork chops are beautifully coated in this marinade. Now you do want to let it sit for about an hour or even overnight, because obviously the longer the meat sits in this marinade, the better it's going to taste. We're now going to add some olive oil into a deep-sided skillet, and we want to make sure that that oil gets piping hot before we add our pork chops. Now it's really important that the oil be super hot because this is going to be the thing that develops flavor and color in our dish. Now, quick tip, you can also brown a little bit of sugar, and that's also going to give your pork chops some beautiful flavor. I personally don't like to do that because if I'm not paying attention, I run the risk of actually burning the sugar, and then it's a nightmare, and I mean a nightmare to clean. So once you brown your pork chops on both sides, we're going to add some water into the bowl where the pork chops were marinating, and we're going to add it to the pork chops because remember, this is chuleta guisada, which means that it is stewed. So we're going to stew this for about 30 to 40 minutes until those pork chops are tender and fall off the bone delicious. Now you do want to keep an eye because if your water dries up before they're done, just add a little bit more. And you definitely want to make sure that that water hasn't dried up all the way because that is some yummy sauce that goes great with rice or even plátano. So once your pork chops are ready, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add all those fresh and yummy onions and peppers. And then we're also going to add just that tiny bit of white vinegar over top. And of course, we're also going to add the olives, which by the way are optional. Now this part is totally up to you. I personally like my onions and peppers on the crunchy side, so I only cook it for about 2 to 5 minutes, but you can cook it for a little bit longer if you want your onions and peppers on the softer side. So there you guys have it, my recipe for some chuleta guisada. If you have any questions on this recipe, be sure to comment down below or visit my website, and I can't wait to see you guys next week with an all new video. Buen provecho, guys! Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you like this recipe, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell so that you don't miss out anytime I post an all new video. Now I have a ton of Dominican recipes and Cuban recipes, whatever you name it, you can check them out right here.